Hey everybody, what's going on tonight? It's good to see you all. Welcome in. I'm wearing a very bright red shirt it looks like today, but I'm wearing my Final Fantasy II shirt too, so who says that I don't love old Final Fantasy games? I even got the shirt. And I'm calling it what we originally called it, right? Not Final Fantasy IV, this is Final Fantasy II. We try to forget real Final Fantasy II sometimes. Nah, I love Final Fantasy II. It was pretty good back in the old day. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. How are we doing tonight, chat? Are we doing good? I'm enjoying the Alabama sun. Oh, tornadoes there. Yeesh. I am sorry to hear that, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, since I've got you here, I hope that you will be safe and that you will take care of yourself and that your internet stays on. But a huge thank you to Jeffrey because he sent me a care package. And let me show you some of the cool things that he sent me, y'all. It was so nice of him here at the end of this semester. A couple things I didn't even know existed, but let me show you some of this stuff. I guess people are just feeling kind of sentimental right now. I don't know, but I've also gotten some gifts from my students. But first, a children's book called The Namatsu and the Greatest Gift. It's a picture book, and I cannot wait to read it to my new baby niece. Look at this stuff. Oh, isn't that sweet? Look at that art. How cool is that? It's a Final Fantasy XIV book about a fish and a little otter. How cute is that? So maybe if you're good, we'll read it on the stream. But that's not all. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Ready for this? Bam! Chocobo in the airship. And it's like little Chocobo and his grandpa flying around in the airship. I have not read it yet. But look at that art. Look at this. Look at this beautiful little art. You can't even see it because it's so faded out. But there he is. And he's hiding there. It's so... Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that just precious? So anyway, I cannot wait to read this book to my little girl. That's going to be a lot of fun. So again, y'all, the art is just so good. It makes me really excited for the VV TV series. So, yeah. Chocobo and airship. It looks to be somewhat inspired by maybe Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 9 to a degree. But no, this is definitely Final Fantasy 1. Look at that. Look at those guys. How cool is this that you get a children's book? Okay, so I know that I give Square Enix a hard time about how, God, we really got to reach this younger generation. But you guys, they are trying. They are trying, and I love that. And so I'm going to do my part. I'm going to show this to my niece and to all the kids in my life. So really, really cool stuff. So big thanks to Jeffrey. Oh, one other thing that sweet Jeffrey sent me at the end of the semester. So thank you again for this. Final Fantasy 16 logos. And this has come so in handy as I have been reading and doing my class on Final Fantasy 16. Just so cool. The most beautiful parts of this are some of the handwritten letters from some of the dominants and icons. And I just stinking love it. So anyway, huge thanks. Speaking of random gifts, I also have to thank Smith for giving me a rosary during Holy Week. I will let you know that I have prayed that rosary all through Holy Week, and I still kind of pray it, even though it was a specific Holy Week rosary. So thank you for that. That's really helped me, especially during a time of weird transition. I did get the Ultimania for Remake. I'm sorry, I left that at the office because I was reading it. I did get the Ultimania for remake, so thank you, Jeffrey. That was the fourth thing that came. So yeah, thank you. So it's been just a nice time of gifts for me. And let me also show you something that one of my students gave me as well. Something one of my students gave me. They went to, I guess, a convention or something somewhere, and you guys, y'all aren't even gonna believe this. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? They got me Lego sets of Final Fantasy VII. I haven't even put them together yet. There's one-winged Sephiroth. How cool is that? And we've got Zack. And he gave me a girl. He gave me a girl. Are you ready? The Tifa. And so immediately he gave me Tifa, and I said, do you want to get me killed? You can't get me Tifa and no Aerith. And he was like, I've chosen my side. And I was like, don't say that. So anyway, thank you. Thank you, Cole, for giving me this beautiful thing. You want to put a Cloud together at the very least? It shouldn't take long. So, what's up, Subtext in the house? Brother, I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. I mean, that's my fault. Because my life is in shambles right now. It is in absolute critical condition right now. But that is on me. And I miss you, buddy. I hope that you're doing well. Seems like things are going well. So I'm going to put together Cloud Strife right here on stream. Now, you should know I suck at Legos. I'm terrible at them. But we're going to try this together, okay? So you've got Cloudy Boy. It really could be anybody. Oh, you've got Angry Cloud and... Actually, the face looks exactly the same. Maybe one is slightly smiling. That's so Cloud, though. Isn't that right? So let's try to... I don't even know how Legos work, man. Am I just bad at Legos? Yes, I am bad at Legos. We all knew that, though. Okay, so let's put him maybe right there. Man, if only it came with instructions, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Wildly busy, but so good. Oh, you've also been wildly busy, but so all good. Yeah. Man, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, tonight we are... Let me tell you a bit about what we're doing tonight. I'm excited for it. We are going to be playing Final Fantasy VII OG with the Shinra Arc mod, which is going to be super cool. But even more than that, guys, we are going to be talking the theology of Cosmo Canyon, because that's what we do around here. I got to talk theology of Cosmo Canyon. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm completely and utterly perplexed by this Lego that I thought was going to be an easy endeavor, but like apparently it is not at all. I don't even know. I don't even know where the arm goes. I'm trying to push that in there. Well, we're just going to have to let our brain power rest for a little bit on that one. Wait, no, is that what it does? I think I shoved this in there. Okay, let's try it. I wish that this was more interesting. Going to be a heavy discussion tonight. Yeah, so prepare yourselves. While I'm fixing this Lego, I'd be really curious what your ideas of theology of Cosmo Canyon are. What do you think are the real world religious traditions that lend themselves to Cosmo Canyon are? What do you think? It'll be fun. Fun to think about, I think. Meanwhile, I'm playing God by piecing together humanity here. Y'all, I never grew up with Legos. I didn't have patience for them then. I don't really have patience for them now. I've never wanted to be an engineer. Never. I'm a humanities guy, digital humanities guy even. But, yeah. Everybody, we are currently listening to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth OST Plus, Soundtrack Plus. I bought it, and I love it. You know, I always love to buy new Final Fantasy music for my grading and for my running. Those are the two things that I love the most to do. I feel like a broken person because of it too, because now there's such cool Lego sets. Like there's Mario and Zelda. Y'all, I feel like I get to miss out on things. Okay, well, we're gonna put this Lego set up because I don't want to break anything and I don't want to lose anything. But I will show you the Lego Buster Sword. Look at this. How cool is this? I think that's neat. Also, want to know something fun from the lore of this Lego set? The two Buster Swords. You ready for this? Look at this. Do you see the difference? Oh, I can't focus. Do you see Cloud's Buster Sword is black, and then you got the gold trim on old Zaki's? Yeah. Fun little detail from the creator there. I think that's pretty rad. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started tonight, everybody. It's good to be with you. I wasn't really sure that I was going to be able to stream tonight. Because, like I said, my life is just upended. Family stuff, meh. It's getting better, but it's still there. But then job stuff, you guys. I can't talk about it yet. But, like, career changes and career shifts and cheers to that. A lot of unexpected things have happened in the last 3 weeks. So anyway, I look forward to talking more about that in the future. But if you don't mind, if you are the praying type, send me all of the prayer support that you can. If you're the good vibes type, send me all of your good vibes and encouragement. God, be nice. Even if I love the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth combat, please be nice to me. Can I tell you something that's happened? And like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm really not. But over the course of Lent, and that's the 40 days before Easter, I always give something up, right? And this year I gave up time on social media, posting and not looking at comments or notifications. And I continued to give up comment sections. And I still have not really ventured much. I opened them briefly just to see if, like I saw that I got a notification from Unaleska. And so I was, because I had retweeted something of hers. And, you know, one thing that's happened, I think, because of Sebi Webs, is that people that don't love Final Fantasy VII Remake have been galvanized and bolstered in their confidence, and they are coming out of the woodwork. Have you noticed this, chat? And it's like, whoa, where did all this hatred for these games come from? Smith, I didn't come back with a vengeance. I just came back and was like, it's me, your Noctis. And people were like, no, guess what? We always hated you. Like, who found it to be news that I don't like Final Fantasy V? That's part of the bit, right? No one in the history of this stream has ever believed that I was a fan of Final Fantasy V with its splinter salvation of the tree, right? I'm done arguing with people online too, Final Fantasy files. Man, it's like crazy. It's crazy. So like, there's some, I'm not even gonna call it toxicity. Like they're critiquing and they like what they like and they don't like what they don't like, and that's all fine. But come into my house and be like, you're wrong. Or Oh my gosh. Oh, hang on. Y'all wanna listen to some comments? How fun will this be? This will be really fun. Let me just show you some comments real quick. To save the innocent, I'm gonna just read a few comments, and I'm not gonna like expose them all. But let's just read a few fun comments that I received. Okay? A top 10, if you will. They do always parrot the same talking points. There are definitely people with valid issues, yes, but then there are just bandwagon haters. Okay, so I just checked. I've got 20 plus notifications, which means God only knows. All right. Someone said, have you actually played an action RPG with tight mechanics before? If you had, you wouldn't be glazing how messy Re-Trilogy's combat is. Okay, that's fine. I do glaze a lot, but I like a lot of things. So there's that. Another person said to me, this was really fun. Some people are nice. I'm not reading nice things because that's bad content, right? And so we're gonna grift. One person said, this is a fine disagreement. No, they should totally do what they've been doing. That's fair. Change it up every time. I get it. Listen, I totally get it. Another person, where's the good ones? Apparently people have come to my defense lately. No, here's one. No, it should not. Keep that shh for games like Devil May Cry and the like. Okay, that's fair. Another person said, one button mashing to clear out every single enemy in 2 hits. Thunder clears out a room full of mecha. Bosses have sessions where they can't be hit and they jump at you with very low evade window. No thank you. Destroy this crappy system or let Kingdom Hearts have it. Did we play the same game? I found it to be so challenging. And like the bonds of friendship, are you kidding me? Those extra Chadley battles, maybe that's why I love Chadley. Like I played his hard battles. It was so fun. Anyway, you can never convince me that that combat system is bad. Another person said to me, this was fun. Okay, people in the comments are fighting each other now. Okay, this one says, someone should stuff this dork in a locker for his awful take. Anyone? Let him try. I almost said to that person, I can bench more than you, but I didn't. Next, someone said, this uncultured rube who doesn't know his butt from a hole in the ground when it comes to video games is teaching a college class on them. Sounds about right. That's how it is in higher ed. Those who can't do, teach. And those who can't teach gym. That's what I tell my brother. He teaches gym. Let's see. Another person said, there was another really good one. Like the one stuffing you in the locker. That one was really funny. That one made me laugh. There was one more that was just like golden. I don't know what this, sometimes people start conversations with me that they've never had with me, and I can only assume that they're triggered by something someone else said. Like this person started out, because I was praising FF7R's combat or whatever. This person says, so much for turn-based or nothing. I have never said that. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't prefer turn-based combat. I like it. It's fine. But come on. Anyway, so much for turn-based or nothing. It's moot anyway. Square's gonna do something completely different every time like they always do. Okay. I mean, it's just funny. Like, other people are rational, but they're not as funny, you know? But then you do get the people that bring in Clair Obscur. I'm never going to say anything bad about Clair Obscur. But then it's like, we need to be more like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm not into tribal wars, but the locker comment made me laugh. The locker comment really, really made me laugh. Ooh, Final Fantasy Files. What a great point. You stink like poopy pants. That one hurts. That one really hurts. I have not pooped my pants in at least a few years, and that is real mean for you to bring up. How embarrassing. What I've noticed is that I critique the game and then people critique me as a person. Fire! Oh my gosh. That one, oh, that's a good one. They critique you as a person. If they were willing to have an honest conversation and keep it about the game, I'd be fine. But then they make it personal when you critique the thing they love. Ain't that the freaking truth? Wowee. I only joined Twitter a year ago. The negativity on the silliest things. It's crazy. I've loved something about every game. Best game of all time was Final Fantasy V. Prof told me so. Oh man, that was a different Prof. Okay, do y'all want to know my theory on why I don't like Final Fantasy V? Do you want to hear it? Like, if you don't want to hear it, I don't want to go into Final Fantasy V, but if you want to hear it, we'll do it. Let me boot up the game while we're at it. God, this banger song, oh my gosh, it's so freaking good. It reminds me of my good old Alabama roots. That's what I love. Don't bother trying to get to people. Yeah. Conversations are crazy. No, you don't. It's not a bad theory. It's not explaining why I hate it, but it's an explanation of why I think it didn't land with me. Do. Okay, we got. God, how I hate that I had to stop that music, but we got to start the game. You know what I'm saying? We got to start the game. Uh-oh. Let's see what we can do here. There it is. There she blurs. Oh, there it is. Ha-ha. If you want to know how silly the negativity of Twitter is, I saw someone today complain about the karaoke scene in Project Hail Mary. Get them, ban them. Get them out of here. I haven't seen it. That's a terrible take. Project Hail Mary is... That karaoke scene is so freaking good. What I'll have to go look that one up. That's craziness. That's craziness. I hate that. But, you know, such is life. You know, that's just the way it is. Anyway, tonight we're going to be going to Cosmo Canyon. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. People hate whimsy. And that's probably my biggest problem with Final Fantasy V. When I played Final Fantasy V, this is it. I bet that if I replayed Final Fantasy V today, I would like it. But I played it when I was an edgelord teenager. And I was like, I'm too cool for this. I played Final Fantasy 4 and 6 and 7 and 8. And Final Fantasy 7 and 8 are so cool because I feel like an adult. I love Final Fantasy 2, by the way. 4, but 2. But I was like, I like gunblades, and I like moody teenagers and dances in the moonlight at garden parties. And then you take me to Final Fantasy V? What is this, a school for ants? Oh, I forgot we were going to Bugenhagen too. Some people go online to be edgy because they have nothing else to do. Now, the reason that I think that I might like it now is because I love the whimsical, comedic Final Fantasy V level Kitase writing. in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, I love that stuff. And this is where people like Sebi and others, and I would really disagree. They look at Red 13 and they're like, woof. I hate that depiction. I'm like, are you kidding me? He's so fun. When they all get into their little cactuar poses, I'm like, oh, I love that. That's so funny. When that woman sings in Nibelheim, I loved it so much I had to include it in my introduction to my interview with Rich Anatone, right? Yeah. That's how much I love it. Okay, so, sorry. Let me get into voice acting mode. Someone's here. Oh, God. Yo, Rude, who are you into? Why are you blushing? Come on, tell me who you like. Tifa. You don't say. Guess you're in a tough spot, too. Poor Elena. Pretty sure she's got a thing for you. No. She's into Zung. First I'm hearing, but Zung likes that ancient chick. What are they talking about? It's ridiculous. I don't know why I used Reno's voice for her. All they ever talk about is who they like or don't like, but Zung is different. Huh? Oh, no! Hey, they're here. They actually showed up. Well, guess it's showtime. Don't go pulling punches, Rude, even if she's with them. I'll do my job. All right, you guys got it from here. I'll go report to Chief Zung. Long time no see. It's time to pay you back for Sector 7. Don't know what you're on about. Well, that stings. This is as far as you go. Oh, good. Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith are all here. I forgot who was on my team. Let's greet them. And Shiva. Not yet. Let's just summon the crap out of this. Let's go. Let him have fun. He does need to have fun. You disagree with Debbie? Oh, Sebi. Honestly, John Q, based. I say we double, if not triple, the number of chicken side quests in Part 3. That's what I want. Oh, man. It's funny, when I talked to Rich in our interview, we didn't even talk about the side quest of the chicken. I feel like that would have been some good musical discussion. Everybody, if you have not listened to the interview that I did with Rich Antone, you are definitely going to need to. It is one of my favorite that I've done. It's really, really fun. I feel like we got some really cool things out of it, too. Oh, no. No, no, no. Bippity. Attack, attack. Ow, help him. Oh, he's covering everybody. That's why he's dying. Ha, ha. Ow, again. This is so scary! I'm a little under-leveled right now, it feels like, doesn't it? I also haven't gotten Yuffie. Did anybody else pronounce her name as Yuffie back in the day? Because I sure did. He who fights him runs away. lives to fight another day. That's what King Koopa said in Mario Brothers back in the day. Hey, I won. How about that? Fairy tale. Is that one of Aerith's things? I think it is. Is it just me, or is something off? It's like they knew we were coming. We were followed? No. I would have picked up on that. But then, that must mean... a Shinra spy. One of us. I don't even want to think about there being a spy. I trust all of you guys. Well, that's where you're wrong. I feel like I've got to go get Yuffie. Yuffie and Mako. Yeah. Nah, I was a Mako family. Let me tell you. Because we loved Shark Week. And we call them Mako sharks. Not Mako sharks, you know? Afrocloud, that side quest really was funny. It was nuts. I don't want to fight these guys. They're gonna make me turn to stone. We don't need that. Also, let's give her the fairy tale. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Give her Rama, yeah. A little fire. I guess we're out now. We should definitely give her... Who has enemy skill? Oh, there's Kate Sith. Or is this Piscalis? Oh, reach for a dad joke. Sorry. Hang on, I got locked in with the Turks. I'll tell you an actual joke. Actually, no, I can't remember it all. But a guy at the DMV yesterday told me this joke because he found out that I worked in religious studies. He said, "Well, I got a joke that I tell people," and I was like, "Okay." And he said, "There was a guy that oh god, hang on, I'm forgetting it now. Crap, I forgot the joke. I'm so sorry. That was the worst lead up ever. But it is what it is, you know. Oopsies. Oh, I can put her in the back row. Oh, she is in the back row. Never mind. Okay, a dad joke. A dad joke. What's a good dad joke? Is this Yuffie? Look at Aerith's little legs. That's so funny. Oh no, don't do it. Don't turn her into a frog or stone. Not the Pollywog punch. Alright, see ya, John Q. Classic dad joke move. Oh my gosh. Can't I find Yuffie here? I'm pretty sure I can in these woods. I am not going to be able to beat these guys. Because they're going to turn me to stone. I'm running out of dad jokes. I'm not even a dad. Dang it, where is freaking Yuffie? I do not like that. I don't like that. I'm too weak for this. Their little runs. What do you call a camel with 3 humps? Tell me, what do you call a camel with 3 humps? Okay, we're just gonna go to Gongaga. Forget about it. I'd make an awesome dad. I mean, hopefully one day. I've got all of these children's books to read to the children. We non-dads call them over 40 jokes. Pregnant. When you call a camel 3 months pregnant. Okay, I tagged that one in. That's pretty funny. What kind of pants does Mario wear? Denim, denim, denim. That's a good one. That's a good one. Very timely with the Mario movie as well. So. This is not going well. Hey, well, we got it. Zootopia 2 joke? Nice. Oh, pregnant. What's up, Jedi? Oopsies. Not what I wanted. Oh, it's the Tankceratops! Oh, we're gonna die. Real bad. Aerith is not doing well. Okay, come on. Going so fast. We can do it. Oh, Aerith with the attack. Oh no, we're all gonna die. Oh no, we're not. We were going so fast. Okay, there we go. You don't see any chat in Twitch aside from your own? That's weird. I don't know. A ruined Mako reactor. Oh, here she comes! And this is the entirety of Bugenhagen in Rebirth. It's Scarlet. She's the director of Shinra's Advanced Weaponry Division. Oh, good deal, TC. Another disappointment. Shoddy reactor, shoddy materia. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. We can cross this one off the list. I'm not just looking for any old materia. They need to be big, strong enough to power the ultimate weapon, Magnus materia, for my magnum opus. I'm afraid I've never seen anything like that, but I'll begin searching right away. If you'd be so kind. Just a few is all it would take to make my dream a reality. A delightful prospect. With Hojo gone, the Advanced Weaponry Division will be inundated with funding. I can barely contain my jealousy. Though even if we managed to make the perfect weapon, I doubt that Oaf Heidegger would know how to use it. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. I forgot he's your boss. Let's go. Bye, Scarlet. I really like Scarlet. Huge, big, powerful Magnus materia. The ultimate weapon. Just what is Shinra plotting this time? I don't know, but we gotta get that Titan materia, y'all. Titan. And then we gotta go talk about Zaki and see Cisne. There's something shiny back there. Oh, we're reaching a hand in. Titan! Oh, and we also need to bring him back to life. No, not what I wanted to do. Oh, I was scared. Okay. Materia. Goodbye, Freet. Hello, Titan. And let's just give her more summons. Because why not? It's interesting they went with Magnus materia instead of huge. Oh, hello. Death Blow. Oh, my favorite materia. Oh, I love it. Goodbye, Steel. Let's give that back to, why do you have nothing, Tifa? Oh, because I haven't been upgrading you. That's on me, Tiefs. That's on me. Sorry, girl. We got you fixed now. Oops, that's not gonna work. Let's do Lightning and Shiva and Ice and Magnify. We need Ann Coulter. What great casting! Who would you cast in the Final Fantasy VII movie? That's a great question, chat. Who would you cast in the Final Fantasy VII movie? Not voice acting, live action FF7. We have Ann Coulter for Scarlet. Hey, if any of my mods are in right now, could you make a list of this? When the Mako reactor exploded 3 years ago, my husband. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's not cool that her husband died, but it is cool that they've got this graveyard set up. I had forgotten about this because it's such a huge deal and a monument in Rebirth. Oh, chat, you know what we need to do here? This is anxiety, but we need to do something way better than that. So you know what I like to do, right? You know I like to come in here and I like to fiddle. So we're going to turn down the music and let's play this one. Let's just see how it changes the vibe of the original game if we use the new music. Okay? Let's just try it. Let's just see. Oh, Brianna playing Aerith would be good. A traveler, huh? Wait, that glow in your eyes. You're a soldier, aren't you? My goodness, it's true. You wouldn't happen to know our son, would you? Zach's his name. He couldn't stand being in the country anymore, so he went to go live in the city. That was nearly 10 years ago. Just up and left one day. Said he was going to become a soldier. That ring a bell? You know any Zachs and soldier? No, can't say I do. Zach. Do you know him, young lady? Come to think of it, he did mention getting a girlfriend in a letter he wrote. Must have been 6 or 7 years ago. Could you be her? Zach the soldier. What's the matter with those two? Oh, this is what they talking about out here. Aerith. Sorry, I just got taken off guard. I had no idea Zach came from this village. He's someone you know? Didn't I tell you? He was the first guy I ever loved. Zach. A soldier first class, just like you. Only a handful of people make first class. Strange that I've never heard of him. Well, it doesn't matter now. The past is the past. It just got me worried, seeing as he disappeared and all. Disappeared? I think it was 5 years ago. He went on a job and that was the last I ever heard. He was a real ladies' man, though. I'm sure he just met another girl somewhere. Huh? What's wrong? Guess I'm worried too. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I wish he'd at least get in touch with his parents. Anyway, let's get going, Cloud. I think the music kind of adds a little something to it. It's kind of neat. Okay, Teefs, what do you got to say? Zach. You know him? No, I don't. Sure seems like you do. I told you I don't know him. Okay. Though he sure sounds a lot like you. Leaving town, saying you're going to become a soldier. What a Cloud thing to do. I'm sure there were a lot of guys doing that back then. But you actually went and made it happen. Out of all those other guys, you became a soldier. I really admire you for that. I gave it all I had, girl. I guess hard work pays off, huh? This is from the new FF7 album, the FF7 Rebirth OST Plus. You know, it makes me so proud you becoming a soldier like that. As proud as I'd be as if I'd done it myself. Anyway, thanks for being concerned about me, Cloud. You're welcome. Now, girls, let's continue our trek through the village. And this is where Cisne lives, and there she is. This here's the village of Gungaga. We lost a lot of people years back in a Mako reactor explosion. This is not a mod. I just, when we came to Gungaga, I was like, what if we played music from Gungaga? So I've got that playing in the background, Rizzy Bear. Huh, need something? I'd like to stay the night. $80 or... Rebirth has a great OST. But I like those Gungaga vibes, you know? It's so nice. As I rob this man blind. A huge explosion happened in the reactor one day. Tons of townspeople got caught in the blast and died. So since we're here, let's do a bonus theology. You want to? Bonus theology lecture right here. So you guys know, if you've been around for any amount of time, you know that I absolutely love the Gungaga sequence in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And here in the original game, we get to see a little bit of what the Gungaga vision really was. Very different from Rebirth in a lot of ways, but it still kind of holds the trappings of this is a place, and you can see it right up here with this ruined Mako reactor. It still has the vibe of a place that's trying to get past a pretty bad past. And I think that's kind of interesting because Gungaga exists as a town of like rehabilitation. And in a lot of ways, Gungaga tries to be the anti-Midgar, the anti-Shinra, you know? And you certainly see this in Rebirth, but you also see it here. I think that shouldn't be ignored. So much of the time in Final Fantasy VII, you start with Midgar and you see what a city can be when it's devoted and dedicated to Shinra's way of life, absorbing the planet's power, manufacturing Mako, and creating electricity. But every town, to some degree, stands in stark contrast to that. Either the rebellion and uprising nature of those in Junon, or the people that are living in the shadow of Shinra at Calm. But here in Gungaga, they're just far enough away that they are able to have what we might call skillful livelihood. They're able to live in a way that is not aligned with modern comforts. Because they, unlike a lot of people in this world, have seen the pain of that. I think that's a really important thing. The theology of Gungaga is a naturalistic one. It says we are meant to care for the earth, take care of it, and to do our best to not abuse it. because they've seen the dark side of that. I think that's a pretty good thing. So, certainly get that a lot in Rebirth. Now we're going to leave Gongaga, and we are going to go to Cosmo Canyon. And I'll return the music back to normal now. I didn't fully turn it down. That was annoying. Oops. Back to the buggy. Let's go. Alright everybody, I'm still using the Shinra Archaeology mod, and I really, really love it. The retranslation and stuff. I guess I should be doing some battles here, because I should be getting Yuffie. Yeah, let me try to get Yuffie one more time. I'm never gonna get Yuffie, turns out. Okay, guys, we just have to fight. We just have to fight them. They are anti-Canyon to a degree. Living with the planet, but not constantly questioning or analyzing it. Yeah, good points. Kill those frogs. Ow, do not hit us. Get him, Aerith. Get him. Okay, we gotta get Yuffie. We gotta get Yuffie. Don't we fight her around here? I thought we did. I know we get her around Junon as well, but I thought it was around Gongaga Forests. Ah! There she is! Do we have to beat her up? Yeah, we do. It's the Chocobo we can't beat up. Oh god, here we go. Yuffie. Speaking of theology. Oh crap, I'm so bad at this. I always forget. Damn, I can't believe I lost. Ah! You spiky-headed jerkface, we aren't finished. One more round, let's go! Not interested. Thinking of running away? Come on, stand and fight, you cowards! That's me to all the Twitter people. I'm not running away. Sha, sha, sha! What's the matter? Terrified of my awesome power? Sure. Ha! Can't blame you. What with my ferocious skills and all. Keep it up and maybe you'll stand a chance next time. If you've got the guts, that is. Well, I'm off. Like, for real. Gonzo. I forget. Should I say hang on a minute? I think I should say hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What's up? You still need something from me? So that's it, huh? You want a little help from amazing old me? Bet you're just begging to have me join you. Is that it? You guessed it. Ha, knew it, but you sure are asking a lot. What to do, what to do. Well, I guess if you're that desperate, it'd be cruel to refuse. All right, it's decided. I'll tag along with you. Let's get moving then. Huh? Hold up! Wait, I haven't even told you my name. Oh, heck yeah, I did it. I freaking did it. First try, baby. I never get that first try. It's Yuffie. Nice to meet ya. Just as planned. Now to get my hands on them. Yeah. Hey, slow down. Wait for me. I freaking love Yuffie so much. Do you think we're gonna get her betraying the team in part 3? Do you think we are? I think we might. I think it will be redeemed though. Like, she's doing it for the sake of Wu Tai, so we're gonna get some good Wu Tai stuff in there for sure. All right, here we go. Time for Cosmo Canyon Theology. Oh, I forgot that we had to do this. Oh, it's the penguins. Oh, this is where we should be listening to the Cosmo Canyon music. One of your favorite games? I never would have guessed based on your username. Welcome in, Mr. Final Fantasy VII 1985. A fellow millennial over here. Oh, I'm gonna die here. I am gonna die. Oh, we can do Frog Tune. Ooh, don't let them do it to you. Don't let them do it to you. I'm so well. I hope you're doing well, too. Okay, well, that about took us out, didn't it? Okay, now let's... Oh, we are going way too fast. There we go. 1985 was a good year. It was a good year indeed. That buggy was real short-lived. Bummer. You're kidding me, a breakdown? Now? It's funny, because it could also mean mental breakdown. Poor Cloudy. Freaking love Cosmo Canyon. There he is, my boy. Hey guys, it's me! I'm back! Nanaki, you're safe! You should go and pay your respects to fellow Bugenhagen. Nanaki? Welcome to Cosmo Canyon. Are you familiar with our veil? Not really. Then let me tell you a little about it. Okay, Chad, this is where we're going to get into our theology lecture about Cosmo Canyon, because we are going to be learning all the things about Cosmo Canyon from the OG and see what we can deduce about what it is doing in Rebirth, because it is a little bit of a different understanding in Rebirth, and then maybe make some predictions about Part 3. So, let's listen up. People from all across the globe gather here in pursuit of the teachings of planetology. However, I'm afraid we're currently at capacity. I cannot allow you to enter. You can let them through. They helped me out a teensy bit back on the road. They're good people, I promise. Is that so? Well, even if the aid you rendered was minor, we're in your debt for taking care of Nanaki. Please enter. Who's this Nanaki you keep talking about? Why, Nanaki is Nanaki. That's his name. Did you think his name was Red 13? That was the name Hojo gave him. Welcome to Cosmo Canyon. Ah, yeah, thank you. Okay, so we got the stalls. It's not quite the Disneyland-esque mega church-like escapade it is in Rebirth. Yay! Nanaki is back! It's all thanks to this fire here. We call this fire the Cosmo Candle. It's been burning continuously for ages and ages. The Cosmo Candle is a holy flame that protects the veil and everyone in it. Though I did hear it went out once. It was way, way long ago, before I was even born. The elders say something super scary happened back then. I don't know any more than that. How curious. You're getting closer to the platinum of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Looking forward to Part 3 of the remake trilogy? Me too. I'm so ready for Part 3. A morsel of news. I'm anticipating Summer Game Fest. I know there's a State of Play coming sooner, but I really think it's going to be SGF. So you've brought Nanaki back to us. Good, good. You have my thanks. You're welcome, Grandma. Welcome. How about a Cosmo Candle? It's one of our signature cocktails. There's nothing like a stiff drink to bring a smile to your heart. In moderation, of course. I like this little meditation room here. Did y'all know this was a meditation room in the original? I think they actually have people in there later, but we'll come back and we'll see. That's pretty cool. Hello. Welcome to the Sildra Inn. Would you like to book a room? No, I'm so good right now. Happy Turtle Flyer number 5. Cocktails are good, but nothing beats home-brewed sake. Do yourself a favor and visit the Happy Turtle. Obtained an elixir. When I was in Japan with some buddies last summer, a friend of mine, we went to a sake bar, and a friend of mine purchased like an ounce, maybe 2 ounces of sake, and did not realize that it was like $150 for that one little splash. You live, you learn. Oh, I was like, oh no. Hey there, looking for anything in particular? No, actually, I am good. Oh, actually, no, I need the thing, the Maiden's Kiss. I just want a few. Two's fine. We'll use them on Aerith. Again, freaking banger music here. Hey, Nanaki. This here's where I was... This veil is where I was conceived. My tribe has long served as watchers of the veil, guarding those who appreciate the beauty of this canyon and the majesty of the planet. But my mother, a valiant warrior, died in battle. My father, a coward, fled to save himself, leaving me the sole living member of my tribe. A coward, your father? Indeed, a shameful, rotten coward. And so the duty of watching this veil has fallen to me. My journey ends here. Nanaki, is that you, my boy? Have you really returned? Coming, Gramps! Good timing. Why don't we take a breather too? We deserve some R&R. What's up, Unicorn? How you doing? Tasty cocktails, Starlit Pub, Feather Soft Beds, Sildra Inn, drop on in, just feet away from the Cosmo Candle. It's a little bit commercial, but it's really not that bad. Part-time worker wanted, no experience needed. We're looking for a genuine natured person who won't get agitated at the sight of weapons. Workplace rather camp, but it's well lit. Oh, welcome in. The people of the Vale have a distaste for conflict. That's why almost all the weapons here are replicas. Don't worry, though. We got some ones you can actually use, too. Ooh, like the butterfly edge. Oh, let's buy Tifa a tiger fang. And I guess let's buy... Oh, man, everybody wants a weapon, but I ain't got money. So we're going to give Barrett some... Oh, man, I got nothing for these guys. That stinks. Okay, well... And he gets nothing. Oh, and Tifa's not with me anymore. Let's save it, just in case the worst happens. Cosmo Canyon music does help. Now, where did I put it? I know it's around here somewhere. What are you looking for, bruh? Bruh? Okay, bye. Alright, let's go. Up, up, up. It's our moment. Hello, girly. Or boy. See this gate? Fellow Bugenhagen sealed it shut. Won't budge an inch. Why'd he seal it? Beats me. Some kind of super glue? What'd he seal it with? Oops. Be great if I could read. Okay, what you got? Oh, I'm so busy. I wish I had extra hands. Mumbo mumbo. Hey, sleepyhead. You forgot your change. He seems great. Let's go out this way. Hello? Nothing there. This place is not super accessible. If you can't climb ladders, you're not welcome here. Hello? Cloud? This is Grandpa Bugen. He's incredible. Knows practically everything. Ho ho ho! Thank you for looking after Nanaki, even if only a bit. He's still a boy, you see. Cut it out, Gramps. I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48. Not as old as Red right now. Ho ho ho! Nanaki here has a long life ahead of him. So those 48 years translate to about 15 or 16 in human terms. So he's just a teenager? But a silent and thoughtful one. I suppose he had you thinking he was a full-fledged adult? Gramps, I'm tired of being a kid. I want to grow up so I can protect you and everyone else in the Vale. That's why I... Oh, my dear Nanaki. Nothing good will come of trying to be something you aren't. To strive for that beyond one's reach is a sure recipe for ruin. You've seen the city of Mako, have you not? A monument built to snatch the very stars from the sky. Far from a good role model, I should think. Look only to the heavens, and you will forget your place on Earth. Jump on the table. When the time comes for our planet to die, one fact will finally be clear. We know absolutely nothing. Die? Our planet? Oh, it may be tomorrow. It may be a century from now, but I should doubt any longer. This is some Dirge of Cerberus stuff right here. How could you possibly know that? Because I can hear the cries of the planet. Okay, lock in, chat. Lock in. Cries of the planet. The whispers. Here we go. That noise. The sounds of the stars in the heavens. Even as we speak, new planets are born, while old ones die. What's that? Oh, those are sounds from our own planet. Screams. Surely you hear it. Her pain, her suffering. Cloud and his friends are on a journey, Gramps. They're trying to save the planet. How about it? Could you show him your special device? Oh, save the planet, eh? Oh. That is one annoying laugh. Such a feat is not possible. What could humans hope to do? But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give him a demonstration. Fellow Bugenhagen. More strange visitors have just arrived. It seems the whole place has gotten busy all of a sudden. Those must be the rest of Cloud's friends. I'll go join them. She kinda is hurting. Yeah, it is. Oh, and Cloud, make sure to grab some of the others. Just 2, though. Gramps' device can only fit 4. However am I supposed to choose? So we choose the girls. We always choose the girls. To me, it's just canon. You gotta bring Aerith and Tifa. Or Tifa and Aerith. Let's not play favorites by choosing one over the other. Nope, get back out there, Cloud. Aerith, Tifa, I've got things to tell you, but I don't know where you're going. Maybe I gotta PHS it? Where did I put you, girls? Maybe here. Maybe this is what I gotta do. Nope, that's not it. Where are they? I forgot. Maybe they're in the inn. That's where I would be. I'm sleeping. Oh, that is where we are. Headed somewhere? Yeah. Alright, girls. Let's go. It's party time. Has anyone ever been on a date in a planetarium? Because it's a great date spot. We had a planetarium at my college. Not the University of Alabama where I am now, but at my college when I went to school. In here! The door's unlocked. Oh, here we go. One of my favorite parts of the original game. Okay, listen carefully, chat. This is where the theology begins. Ho, 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 all accounted for? Very well, let us begin. I'll stand over there. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Lock in, chat. Wow, it's just like the real thing, right, Cloud? Oh, ho, ho, I suppose it is rather something. Welcome to my laboratory, my pride and joy. What you see here is a 3D hologram of the cosmos. All its patterns and movements have been programmed into my computer model. A shooting star! It's all so beautiful. Oh, 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 indeed it is. You could stand here all day taking it in, but we have pressing matters to discuss. Like all living things, every human must someday die. But what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. This much, at least, is widely understood. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. This is true not only for man. The same can be said of all life on our planet. No, in the universe. All souls return to their planet. There they merge and intertwine as a river circling the star they call home. It is a cycle of continuous convergence and divergence, the ceaseless ebb and flow that is the Lifestream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. And it is this spiritual energy that is key to everything. Every new life, every child born, receives the blessing of this energy as it comes into the world. And then, in time, death comes and returns that spiritual energy to the planet. There are, of course, exceptions, but this cycle is, for the most part, how our world works. I've said much and quickly. Perhaps a demonstration will help you understand it all better. Wow. I love this scene so much. Look at it go. Very reincarnational. Spiritual energy is the fountain from which all life springs. trees, birds, humans. But it does more than simply sustain living organisms. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. Now, what if that essence were ever to be entirely depleted? What would happen then? It would mean the end of humans, of life, of the planet. These are the basic principles of planetology. So if all that spiritual energy were to be stolen away, the planet would die. Spiritual energy can play its role only so long as it remains in nature's flow. When it is siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. You're talking about Mako, aren't you? Minute by minute, Mako reactors suck spiritual energy up from the Earth and deplete the planet's reserve. This energy is then condensed to an outrageous degree before being piped out to consumers. The so-called Mako people use and discard every day is in fact the planet's very lifeblood. In other words, the only promise Mako has to offer is our planet's doom. Woof. That's a bummer. The planet, those who once lived alongside her, there is much still to learn. If you'd like to know more, then seek out the elders here in the Vale. Okay, so we're going to go talk to the elders. But I adore that explanation that we just heard. It reminds me so much of some of the earliest texts in the Genesis literature. Genesis chapter 1 and 2, kind of the creation of the planet, but also the importance of when, in Genesis 2, God creates humanity and says, and in Genesis 1, when God says to humanity to take care of the earth and to subdue it, but also to kind of rule over it. And there's this implication of you have to take care of the planet. You have to plant and garden, and you have to do these things because this is part of the work. There's an environmental theology in Jewish and Christian tradition that speaks of when we care for the planet, we are enacting that part of us that is the image of God. Because as God is caretaker and provider, giving the world and in being and shape and form and universe and all that stuff, humanity continues that co-creation sort of mindset. And I think that's a really neat thing. Buddhism also talks about this, talking about the idea of right livelihood. We talked about it a little bit with Bugenhagen a little bit earlier. But it is the idea that if suffering is caused by attachment to things in the world, then the way out of suffering is through the Eightfold Path, which is 8 specific ways that you can exist in a way that not only transcends suffering, but also diminishes or mitigates the power of suffering in the world around you. And one way of doing that is through what is called right or skillful livelihood. In doing that, living well, you're finding ways to make a living that does not harm the planet or others. And there's something to be said for that sort of thing. So what are the things that you're consuming? What are the ways that you are making a living in life? Is it causing unneeded, unwarranted pain on the world, the planet, the communities around you? This is the conversation of things like data centers and things that are popping up everywhere. I read a huge thing about data centers popping up in Mississippi, and while it's going to provide something like 2,000, 2,500, something like that jobs, the question is, what is the impact? We're seeing this in places like Memphis in the United States. Atlanta has had some conversations about this, and I think that all of this plays a role here. Okay, let's talk to the elders. Meant to be the planetary priest. That's a great way of saying it. Welcome back, sweetie. Shall we skip straight to dinner, or would you like an appetizer first? An appetizer? Oh, sweetie. Don't pretend you don't. What? Well, wait. Who are you? You can't just barge into people's private space. Do you hit on everybody that comes into your kitchen? That was nuts. Okay, nothing there. What's up, Cloudy Kai? You're here just in time for us to talk a little bit more environmental theology as we talk to the elders of Cosmo Canyon. Ah, here it is. I'm hard at work on a book, you see. It's a collection of all the legends and planetological wisdom passed down in the Veil. This way, even after I've returned to the planet, I'll still be able to teach tomorrow's children. What? That's so real. Ah, more visitors. Very well, very well. I know why you're here. You came seeking the answer to a question, am I correct? It's about the Promised Land. The Promised Land. So that's what you'd like to know about, is it? Well, to be quite frank, it doesn't exist. That, at least, is what I believe. Perhaps I should clarify. There's indeed such a thing as the Promised Land. But it isn't a place that exists for us, only for the ancients. Put bluntly, the Promised Land was whichever place a given ancient passed away. The life of an ancient was one of cruel and continuous journeying. They traveled incessantly, cultivating spiritual energy by multiplying the planet's many life forms, the grass, the trees, the animals. For the duration of their lives, that arduous journey never ceased, and when it was finally over, they would return to the planet, that place, the place of their death, was what we call the Promised Land. What's that? The planet's loving grace and providence? I suppose that moment when the ancients returned to the planet, the moment they were freed from their harsh fate, was for them an act of grace and providence. Those, at least, are my thoughts on the matter, but at this juncture, I cannot claim they are certain. Banger lecture from that elder. What did you take from that, chat? That's pretty good stuff. Because in that piece, he speaks of the Promised Land as being the place where an ancient died. And as we know the story of Final Fantasy VII, there is going to be a place of such importance. Oopsies. Elders. I bet there's an elder in the meditation room. There's not! That's a great meditation room, though. Anybody up here? Nope. That's very different from the OG script. Yeah, it is. If you didn't realize in the Shinra Archaeology cut, they are decoding files from the original source code and putting them in. So this is Cosmo Canyon. What a mystical place. Have you also come seeking the teachings of planetology? That's right. I figured. Apparently this place is home to an outstanding observatory. I'd love to see it at least once. I did. You should see it too. It was really good. Hey there. No, I'm not. I'm looking for elders everywhere. Dang it. It's a must play. It's really cool. Let's hop up here and see. Nope. And down. Okay, do you have anything to tell me about? No? Okay, we've already talked to him. I need more elders. Are you an elder? Or are you just the greeter? I'm trying to learn about the planet, but nobody wants to talk to me. Are you an elder? You don't seem like an elder. You're the only elder I've found. I know there's more. Maybe these guys are elders. Oh, it is. Hello there. Can I help you? Know anything about the ancients? The ancients, huh? Professor Gass could have helped with that. He used to visit from time to time. He was a Shinra scholar, spent years and years pursuing the mysteries of the ancients. An upstanding man he was, not the sort you usually find at Shinra. Must have been about 30 years ago when he finally discovered an ancient's corpse. He was elated, of course. If I recall, he named it Genova, and set about conducting all sorts of research. But then, one day, he showed up here looking completely drained. I heard him muttering to himself, something about Genova not being an ancient. He seemed to think he'd done something unforgivable. That was the last anyone saw of him. I heard he never even went back to Shinra, just disappeared. But if, by some miracle, you ever run into him, maybe you can deliver a message from me. Tell him the old sot at Cosmo Canyon has a few questions about the ancients, because as much as I'd love to talk your ear off, all I know about the ancients comes from folk tales and legends. No one around here knows the truth anymore. By the way, your fellow travelers are all outside by the Cosmo Canyon candle. Planning to leave already? Well, not really, but... Well, time to talk to our friends. Aerith, give us a speech. Hey, Yuffie, you're new to everything. What a boring place, just like I thought. Come on, let's go somewhere. Let's hunt materia. What about you, Barrett? Cosmo Canyon, the birthplace of Avalanche. Me and the crew had a promise, you know. We promised that someday, when we'd save the planet from Shinra, we'd all go to Cosmo Canyon and celebrate. Biggs, Wedge, Jesse. They're all gone now. They gave their lives protecting this planet. Hell, is that even true? What we did, was it really for the sake of the planet? Maybe I just did it because I hated Shinra. Things I've done. Do I even deserve to keep going on this journey? Those three, will they ever forgive me? I got no idea, but there's one thing I do know. If there's anything I can do to save this planet, to save the people living on it, then I'm going to do it. It don't matter if it's for justice or revenge or something else. Let people think what they want. What matters is I'm going to do it. I'm going to fight. He stands up, so it's powerful. This ain't the end. It's a new beginning. Avalanche is born again. Thanks, buddy. It's sure been a while since I did something like this. Jeez, it's bringing all kinds of memories. Teefs, how we feeling? Hey, Cloud. Bonfires are kind of funny, huh? They make you remember all sorts of things. Cloud, 5 years ago. No. Never mind. I'm afraid to ask. What is it? It feels like you're about to go somewhere. Somewhere far away. You really are you, right? Oh, he's quiet. Okay, Aerith, let's talk. I've learned so much here. The elders really taught me a lot. About the Cetra, about the Promised Land. I'm all alone. There's no one else. But we're here with you. Of course, I know, but the Cetra, I'm the only one left. Still, can't we help you? Guess not. Bye, girl. Red? It feels like ages ago. Look at them gathered around the fire, just like us that day, me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again. Nah, I shouldn't talk about that stuff. What's wrong? It's just hard to talk about my parents. Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like it'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, there's nothing but anger in my heart. So then, you still haven't forgiven him? Why would I? He left my mom to die. When the Gi invaded, he ran away on his own. He abandoned Mom and everyone else in that vale. Follow me, Nanaki. There's something I wish to show you. The place we're going is rather dangerous. Cloud, why don't you and one of your companions accompany us? Well, let's see who's the strongest. What am I saying? Let's go Canon to Rebirth. And let's bring Barrett. But let's definitely give him some better materia. Wait, and better equipment. And all that stuff we can give him now. Oh yeah, we're gonna give him fire, talisman, and poison. Okay, feeling good, feeling good. And as for you, let's sort out some of this. Hey Dirk, how you doing? What's up, fastest? How are we doing? Let's give Red the enemy skill materia. No chocobo lure, no need for that. We need an ice, I know that much. And a Shiva. And then we need fire, healing, magnify. No, we're gonna do healing, magnify, and for cloud, no transformation. Who needs that? Not me. Death blow, yeah. We don't need that either right now. Dang, okay. Now let's give him one too. Oh, we gotta give him a... Oh my goodness. Charlie Day meme it, Prof. You do. I love it. Let's do ice. And, oh wait, where's revive? Yeah. What can we use there? I guess we can use lightning. Okay, let's try all this. Okay, bye everybody. See ya. Enjoy. This is a boys' trip. Okay, let's save it. Let's use a tent, maybe. Or, you know what we're gonna do instead? We're gonna... Oh, I do. My healing items. I do. You're right. Let me go. Let's go to the old inn. The Sildra Inn, so Cloud can get healed. You're not the inn. There we go. That was the inn. Dang it. Rats. That was not what I wanted. Oh, the inn's up here. Never mind. Okay, now we can run. I'm on super fast speed, too. Now I can save it. And then we're going to go straight into the Gee Cave. And that's where we will end for the night, after we finish the Gee Cave. There we go. Ho, ho, ho. All set, are we? Yep. Then shall we proceed? Yes, let's go. There we are. Now in you go. Aren't you going to take the lead, Gramps? Me nonsense. Didn't I tell you it's dangerous in there? What's up, Chip? How we doing? Down, down, down. Love how it starts turning green. Chadley would love this. Short lecture. Something that I found about the Cosmo Canyon area when we were talking to the elders that I really appreciated was when you're talking to one of them that discusses like the ancients, she says, I don't know for sure. All I know is folklore and the tales that I've been told. There's legends and folklore, but beyond that, we don't have anything substantive. What I teach my classes about mythology is that mythology and folklore, folk tales, things like that, those are the way that people understand the worlds around them. And that's so important because mythology, according to Karen Armstrong, and I've definitely quoted this here in the chat before, mythology and myths are stories that in some ways may have happened at some point, but more often than not, they are stories that happen all the time. So they may or may not have happened once in history, but in another sense, they happen every day in history. I always liken it to, like in the story of Genesis with the snake talking to Adam and Eve. It's very much like I've never seen a talking snake, but I've heard his voice continually in my life, you know? And that story is a warning about the temptations that we sometimes experience in life. When we know the thing that we should be doing and then we just don't do it, right? In a lot of ways, that's that story, and one of the things that I love about mythologies. So she's saying that she knows the ancients and the cetera by virtue of that. We should always be listening to the folklores and the stories. The ways that I tell my students to really hone in on that is what do folk tales tell us about the culture in which a community existed. Oh. This place teems with the ghosts of the Gee, departed souls whose owners were bested by a certain watcher. Watcher? For the hate-filled spirits of the Gee were refused the Lifestream's embrace and persisted even in death. Chat. Wake up. Original lore just dropped. Look at this. The hate-filled spirits of the Gee were refused the Lifestream's embrace and persisted even in death. Here in the original game, we have the Gee unable to return to the Lifestream following death. Therefore, they are haunting. That is not a Rebirth original. It's just expanded. Come, we still have a long way to go. Ho, ho, ho. That's pretty rad. Okay, what we got in here? Oh wait, we gotta walk here, otherwise we hit the spikes. That trail of blood. Now, who does that remind us of? Interesting. Added effect materia. Okay, let's... Whoopsies. Oh, gotta get that. Nope, can't get that. So let's come down here, and then around and up. Hello. Ether. What's in here? Black megaphone. So is Sephiroth less hateful or as hateful than the key? Ooh, interesting question. I don't have an answer to that. As you may have realized, this cave leads to the back of Cosmo Canyon. The Gi were larger than us, you see, and far more brutal. If they had managed to assault us from the rear, we would have stood no chance. But let's continue on. I'm not really into the redeeming Sephiroth narrative, personally, but this place is way less obnoxious with no random battles. You are correct. That's why I turned them off. Don't tell people in my comments. They get real mad when I do things that aren't original. Oh, Wesley, that's exactly right. The Armstrong cites a Kierkegaard scholar whose devotional language gives a much expanded look at this argument about the truth of myth. I will look at that. I think I remember what you're talking about, but I love it. That's what I wrote about the Gi in Discord yesterday. I'll have to check that out. Wesley, let me tell you something real fast. I have gotten your email. I just have been swamped with real life things lately, and I am so behind on my emails and stuff. So, is it possible to reduce the delay on stream? I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe. If so, I would have to do it offline, I'm sure. Sorry, Chimp. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into that a little bit more than I know right now. I don't think I can do it on while I'm live. I don't think I can. A Seth redemption would be so frustrating, I think. Ow! Do not kill my cloud. It would be easier to chat with me. I agree. Nobody gets to die now. Cloud. Okay, come on. Nietzschean will to power than pure hate. I like that. I like that idea. No, don't kill Cloud. I need to heal. Don't do it! Cloud, you dummy! Why did you do that? Red, why did you do that? Quickly, Rama. Okay, Barrett. Rats. Okay, Phoenix down. Sonic boom. Okay, let's get in there. Let's also give him an ether while we're at it. We were real close there. Thank you for your condolences. Okay, here we are. The Watcher rushed through this cave all alone. He pounced from one foe to the next, felling all who dared oppose him. Gramps, that watcher. Oh, just a little further now. But first, a battle. What wickedness is this? Gramps, is this another? Even in death, the souls of the Gi like stagnant air. I sense danger! That is so scary. I love it. Looks like a demon wall, but I'm glad it's not. Instead, it's this guy. Let's let him have it. Everybody now. Don't you possess us! Don't you possess us! That was real fast. I love the speed up option. I love it. It didn't work well, but whatever. How about a blizzard? I think that we can do that, right? Potion him. Ouch. Phoenix down him? Yeah, I think that's the easiest thing, right? He did not like the potion. Oh, I do. The healing items. I'm just playing the game the way that the good Lord intended. Oh, crap. Okay, well, let's bring him back to life. And then maybe let's do it to him. Everybody needs to stop casting your long casts. Red's back. Not the boss, though. Yeah, they got smart. Ah, miss! Well. Well, that didn't work. Well, take care of him. We could try to raise him. That'll do. That'll do! Ceremonial staff. Thank you, Cloud. If not for you and your friends, I fear we would not have survived. And you, Nanaki, how strong you've become. Haha, think so? Now I know that it was no mistake bringing you here. Come, the thing I wish to show you is just ahead. Obtained a gravity materia. Come on, Boog. This is where the Watcher fought off the invading Gi. He kept them from taking even one step inside Cosmo Canyon. I was mesmerized by it, Smith. I was. I loved the Gi Natak stuff. But at the cost of never returning home himself. Look well, Nanaki. Behold your father, the Watcher Seto. That's Seto? Seto stood his ground and continued to fight the Gi. He gave his last to protect the Veil. Even after the geese poisoned arrows transformed his body to stone, even after the enemy had turned tail and fled, Seto remained to stand watch over this place. Even now, he continues to protect us. Even now. He knew how it might look, that he would seem like a coward who fled when he was needed most. All the same, he went alone and gave his life to keep Cosmo Canyon safe. Yes, that's Seto, your father. Seto, could it really be? What about my mom? Did she know? Why, of course she did. It was, after all, she and Seto who asked me to seal this cave. They requested I do it alone and to speak of it to no one. This cave and the horrors it witnessed would be best forgotten. That's what I was told. Forgive me, Cloud, but could you leave the two of us alone? Nanaki, I wish for you to continue your journey with Cloud and the others. But Gramps! Listen to me, Nanaki. They say they intend to save the planet, a bold proposition. Frankly, I don't be done. Even if they were to shut down every reactor on the planet, doing so would only postpone its inevitable death. Defeating this Sephiroth would avail them little, I fear. For all things given form must someday yield to dissolution. Yet I've been wondering lately, Nanaki, is there truly nothing we as inhabitants of this planet, as part of this planet, can do to assuage your suffering? No matter the outcome, isn't it important that we at least try? Perhaps I've been too accepting of fate. Now that's interesting, right? But what choice do I have? I'm too old to resist it now. I'll be 130 this year. Which is why, Nanaki, you must go in my stead. You must see this struggle through to the end. Gramps. I wanted you to witness your true father before you left this place for good. I'm so glad you returned while I was still alive to show you. Come on, Gramps, don't talk like that. I don't want to think of you going away. I've lived plenty long enough. Stop it, Gramps. You gotta keep living. I'll follow this journey to the end. I'll see what becomes of the planet, and then I'll come back home and I'll tell you about it. Nanaki. Yes, I am Nanaki, watcher of Cosmo Canyon, and son of Seto, protector of our Vale. Just you watch. I'll come home a true watcher worthy of that noble name. So please, Gramps. I always thought this was materia. Those tears, they're Seto's. Seto, Dad. That's probably my favorite thing about the way they've done Rebirth. Everything is integrated and expanded so well. Buggy's working again. Guess someone must have fixed it. I think it's time we get a move on. So this is goodbye then to Red 13. Guess he's made his choice. Gonna miss having him around though. Alright, girls. Back in. See ya, Red. Wait up, I'm coming too. Huh? Oh. Cloud, please look after Nanaki. What changed your mind? I think I must have grown up a little. Alright, you weirdo. If you ever require my knowledge, please do not hesitate to return. Chat, what a delightful episode. Just fantastic. Let's chat for a bit before we call her a night. Wow. There it is. All right, so tonight we talked about Bugenhagen, and we talked about Cosmo Canyon and the elders and folk tales and all of that stuff. I think tonight, the thing that I would like to leave you with is that this is where the narrative begins to lean into that acceptance of death as the natural and good part of life. It's not acceptance necessarily of suffering, but it is acceptance that the way of the planet is life and death and rebirth in this respect. I talk to my students when we talk about the problem of suffering and evil in the world. Inevitably, death comes up. We have to deal with the idea that death is a part of life, just as birth is a part of life. And that different cultures and philosophies, and certainly religions, have different ways of thinking about death. Some think of it as an afterlife, as a place that you go where you live again, in paradise, nirvana, heaven. That's in Jewish and Christian ideology, mainly in Christian ideology. But then there's a rebirth idea. Rebirth is when you die, you eventually become one with the planet and you return. Perhaps as a different being, but your spirit, consciousness, even if not memory, remains. So in future lives, you don't necessarily have a remembrance of things of previous lives. But it is the idea that you continually go. And for a lot of people, that's really comforting. It's the idea, again, that you will get to experience the story of the planet alongside the planet. And it's for that reason. And there's things about rebirth that I think is really an interesting idea. Like the idea of deja vu, or the idea of I feel like I've been here before, or there's this sense of like perhaps shades of a life before. And it also helps you think about things like I'm not going to miss out on cool things. I was thinking the last week with the Artemis 2, I was like, man, one day it's going to be really neat that astronauts and maybe even people will be able, regular everyday people will be able to go to Mars and beyond, and just kind of dreaming about space exploration. It's like, that's probably not going to happen in my lifetime, but it would be really cool if it did. And I can understand the appeal of saying, well, at some level in rebirth, I might be able to experience those things and I won't miss out on it. Now, when it comes to things like afterlife, there's not that same notion, but there is this idea of like a cloud of witnesses that if you die and you go to a present heaven, then you're able to kind of see. But that's kind of a minority opinion or theology or interpretation. Nobody ever knows, and those that do aren't really telling us because they're dead. The final thing that some traditions have, and I think that this has to do with more atheist and humanist ways of thinking, is you've got afterlife, you've got rebirth, reincarnation, and then finally you have the idea of legacy, and living legacy particularly, that a person's life is continued through memory and retelling, and that can be deeply meaningful as well. So what matters is what we do with this life, this one great life that we have. Do we make an impact and a legacy? So I think it's really cool. The Geese lore is amazing. Pacing between that and Seto scene is messy, but the expansion is a plus. Yeah. I think they could have waited another beat before the Gee interrupted. But yeah, I agree. But do you ever teach the Book of Wisdom? I've always appreciated its reflections on death. I've read, but I haven't really taught it. No. Other than excerpts here and there. No. What do you find appreciating about it? Anything in particular that you could share with us? Yeah. All very interesting things, though. Oh, well, friends, it is about that time for me. It's been pretty good. We're just finishing up, Amy. Hope you're doing well. You should all know we will not be around on Thursday night. I told you about some shifting sands of my life, and those continue on Thursday. So we will not be streaming on Thursday, but I look forward to getting out a special prof chat for you a little bit later this week. So look forward to that. Yeah. With that, everybody, I am going to go, and I hope that you have a terrific evening and a terrific week, and I will see you on the Twitters. And y'all remember to pray, think positive, good vibes toward me over the next couple of days. And hopefully I will let you know soon about any potential things that you need to know about my life. So, no essay prompt right now, but if you are interested in writing for me, let me turn you to the Zeitgeist. That is where my essay information is going right now. I need to get out of this semester, so thank you for bearing with me. I'll put it in the Discord, but I would invite you to write about Final Fantasy 15 for me and possibly even get published. But if you're interested in that, then I'll make sure that we've got that in the Discord as well. I don't have it on me right now. But yeah, we've got that's got a lot of my focus, because if you didn't know, I'm editing and compiling the Zeitgeist of Final Fantasy 15, talking about coming of age stories through Final Fantasy 15 using people's personal trials and challenges and how they developed them. Number 2, relationships. Number 3, moments of responsibility. Number 4, how to bring justice to chaos. Yeah. So, but I would love to invite all of you scholars to be a part of that, and who knows, you might even get published if you send me your abstract. So, would love to do that. Me, who's yet to play Final Fantasy 15, get ready for this fall. Get ready for this fall, because we're going to visit it. Okay, friends, have a terrific evening. Always a delight to be with you. Have the best week of your lives. Until next time, walk tall, my friends, and we will see you in class. Bye, you guys. Good night.